I deserve the MVP of the night.
The MVP? I shot myself to get in there.
Is that what your MVP wants to be? It's like the little Overwatch thing where it says play of the game.
The
It
game.
just shows you shooting the game.
Player of the game. And it's Bastion.
It's always Bastion.
Incoming transmission. Proceed. As you command.
Welcome to a D&D podcast based off the world of Transformers. Today you'll be listening to Transformers Rise of the World Killers. Welcome to Cybertron, once a world filled with advanced technology and an ever expansion to other worlds. Now lays a planet ravaged with an ongoing civil war. Autobots fighting to protect their rights for not only Cybertronians, but for all sentient life forms. Decepticons raise arms out of slavery to remove Functionists and the ruling elites to replace it with their courageous leader, Megatron. Our story follows a recently recruited Decepticon that believes in a better, a stronger world, and a hired mercenary to assist on their very first mission together. To retrieve a top-secret unknown resource on Bit Yakin, a moon of Thulsa Doom among the Hedon system, the solar system home to Cybertron. This is their story. So, you both start off on a Decepticon warship. You see a character who's relatively like 21 feet in height, who has the Decepticon insignia on them. Color, he's got the Cybertronian camo color going on for him with like shades of silver and light blue. On his right wrist, you notice like two sets of two rockets, and it appears his right hand is missing. It forms some sort of like nose shape on where his hand would go, but you don't know what it could be. You only just met this bot and have no knowledge of what he may turn into. All you know is he's somewhat of an intimidating Decepticon and has some form of command around this ship. Welcome aboard the Hydra Assault Carrier. I'm Tremor, commander of this ship. You new troops have been given this special task to break into the Autobot Galactic Council Research Center on a moon called Bit Yakin and retrieve a very special item. Do not open it from its container. Our resource has informed us that you will find this item at the center of the facility in a red cylinder. Grab it, get out. Our benefactor wants to see this mission a success, which is why they have hired a mercenary to see this through. This is Eight Wheeler. He has a good reputation of getting the job done, with the exception of his last mission in the Marauders expansion unit. Eight Wheeler, these are our new recruits. How about you go ahead and describe yourself and what you look like, Eight Wheeler?
Yes. I look. My alt mode looks kind of like the roller alt mode from the IDW comics. It's a big truck with 8 wheels, hence the name. The coloring is a black with orange tints, and I'm a big bot, broad shoulders, and missing an optic from a previous encounter.
Perfect. So Tremor moves to the first bot in the recruitment line, who looks like they turn into some sort of dragon beast mode with wings that twitch as the commander moves closer. This is Emberfang. I'm told he once mauled several Autobots at once, ripping out their sparks with his claws. Emberfang kind of growls and makes a little sharp eye contact with you, Eight Wheelers, trying to like size you up, but you're much bigger than he is, and eventually he looks away. Tremor continues to go down the line and looks down and points at this character that kind of is like a minicon like height in the room. Alt mode is quite unclear. Eight Wheeler, you didn't notice them before. You thought it was just the one recruit, and you're confused why Tremor kept saying recruits. Tremor then says,
This is Zephyr. He's one of our latest recruits. How about you tell us more about yourself?
and then this is where you can describe who you are and what you kind of look like.
Yeah, I'm Zephyr. I may be small, but I am actually all black, which can help me sneak by many obstacles. I use my height to my advantage, even though I'm not the tallest figure here. I have a face mask that kind of looks like Ape Face in his bot mode, but my body is a little scrawny, which I kind of use to my advantage, even though in combat-wise I may not be very effective. However, I use my height and my structure to be able to get around anything that I can get around, I guess, without getting caught. All black.
So Tremor then turns and continues.
We will arrive in 3 clicks. If you need equipment now, is the time before you drop.
So go ahead and reiterate what weapons you guys chose from the beginning when you created your character sheets, and we'll just say those are the ones you chose from the aircraft.
Do you wanna go first, Zephyr, or?
Yeah, I can only really use light equipment because most of the weapons are literally the same height as me. So right now I'm carrying a slingshot and 2 dual pistols.
Nice. I use medium to heavy weapons because of my size. So I selected a fusion cannon and an ice pistol.
So as the ship approaches the moon, a red light flicks on, and the side doors begin to open.
This is it, Cons. Jump.
So you guys leap off the Decepticon vessel into low orbit and slowly thud onto the surface of the moon. As you look around, it's almost a complete gray, rocky wasteland with high winds blowing dust and sand across the landscape. In the distance, you see the facility. Standing high, you can estimate it's about 8 stories in the middle. And then it has 2 side buildings that are attached to it that are probably no higher than 3 stories. Which on top of each of those buildings you see in heavy anti-spacecraft weapons, which is why you figured you weren't dropped off as close. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Starting out good.
I rolled a 15.
Nice.
I also got a 15.
So, from your guys' experience, you can gather that these heavy anti-spacecraft weapons can only detect large vessels. So that kind of tells you that flying alt modes probably would not be picked up as easily, if they are at all. In the front of the building stands a courtyard, which hanging fly on one of the poles is an Autobot and a Galactic Council banner. From the looks of it, the only way in this facility is through the front door, which has 2 guards and a third one that looks like a medic of some kind. You start making your way towards the building, and this is where I'll let you guys have the chance on what your strategy will be. It's early in the war, so a lot of people don't know who's who, so you can use that for your advantage if you choose.
Due to my height structure, is there any way that there's some sort of secret grate or passage that I could sneak around?
There doesn't seem to be any grates or secret passage, although if there were some sort of commotion or distraction, you may be able to slip between the 2 guards.
All right, 8. What's your plan here?
Um,
I got an idea, but I want to hear yours first.
okay. Well, you said you were very good at infiltrating, which I think would be a very good plan. Me and Embermain could create a commotion and make the guards confused and hopefully get you in there. I don't remember if the container might be too big for you, but you might be able to carry it out yourself.
So you're gonna be outside all alone while trying to keep these boys distracted.
Yeah, that would be the plan. Hopefully Ember Main cooperates.
It's Ember Fang.
Oh, Ember Fane.
Fang.
Fang. Oh, my bad. My bad. It's the engines in the shuttle were too loud. I couldn't really hear you.
I say we just fight.
I say we use him as a distraction, and I'm gonna sneak in.
Yeah.
Who's
I
who
concur.
distraction?
Nothing. You do what you want to do, bud.
Yeah. Don't worry, Fang. We got you covered. You can go and do what you want to do.
Confused.
Confused.
I say we keep it simple, Ember. You know, you had a pretty solid plan. How about you stick to that?
Yes.
Yes, you do just that, big boy.
In the middle of
I'm
that
gonna.
sentence that you were just now saying, Emberfang then just darts. Like he just doesn't even wait. And he dashes and he looks like he's gonna do it. Like his face is like terrified. Like you're even slightly scared that what this bot might do. And as he approaches the door, you hear a single gunshot and he drops.
We need to use that to our advantage. They're gonna investigate that body.
Yeah, they will. I'm too big to blend in, but I could get you a window of opening so you could infiltrate the base.
Give me that open.
Okay. Just wait for my signal. And I
Alright.
transform into my alt mode and I just drive casually towards the base.
Okay.
When I see the commotion, I kind of stop before I reach them, and then kind of ask them if I can proceed. Is everything
Yeah.
okay?
So as you're driving up to, I guess is the dead body of Emberfang, you notice the two guards have walked up to there and they're kind of investigating. Like, why was this guy like running at us crazy, like, and with death in his eyes? And then you ask him,
What happened here? Is everything okay, officers?
Yeah, it looks like we have everything handled.
Oh.
No, nothing to see here. We'll take care of this.
Sounds good. I just heard the commotion and I'm like, whoa, making sure everybody was okay.
Are you with this guy?
No, I've never met him in my life.
Do you recognize him?
Nope.
go ahead and roll me a sneak check.
Me?
Me?
The one that's lying.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's 15.
All right. State your business. Do you need medical attention?
Yes, I do. One of my friends was injured on a way here, and he's stuck in his vehicle mode, and I can't really seem to be able to help him. Is there anybody on the base that can help with stasis paralysis?
Yeah, I think we have a medic in the house. Go ahead and bring him up to the front. We'll bring out a stretcher.
Okay, sounds good. As I turn back, I kind of flash one of my headlights towards Zephyr, kind of giving him the go to start infiltration movement.
I begin.
Okay. So with the guards, their back is turned, and one of them pulls up the radio asking a request for a stretcher. And when you say you begin, what is it that you begin?
I wait for my opening at the door to open and then try to sneakily as I can.
Okay, so while you're waiting, are you getting closer to the door or are you trying to stay back a little bit?
I'm gonna try and get as close as I can. That way I can take advantage of the door opening without any idea that the door itself was moved because of my presence.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth to see if you can get close enough before the door opens without them noticing.
26, not
Nat
20.
20.
Not
Nice.
20.
So yeah, you're like, this is easy, and to show off just a little bit because like you're also wondering why the Decepticons hired a mercenary, because you are so good with your stealth, you didn't understand. You just kind of like showing off that you're sneaking by these bots. And you not only sneak by them before the door shuts, but you sneak by them as the door was opening, as the stretcher was coming out. and you make it inside. And we'll focus on you for a little bit. So, in the first room, the first floor of the facility, it's mostly filled with bots who look like they're some sort of science area. Like they may turn into a telescope, or they may turn into a microscope, or they may turn into a toaster. I don't know. Who's to say? What's also interesting is there's aliens of different sizes and colors in here. Some that are even close to your height. They range from all kinds of colors, from orange to purple to green, even. Uh, it's a vast array of different creatures, if that makes sense. They don't seem to pay attention to you at the moment, as they're more worried about what they are working on at the moment. Like they're looking at data pads, they're on their cell phones essentially.
Does my height have an advantage to them not
I
seeing
wouldn't
me?
say it has a huge advantage, as there are, like I said, there are some alien species who are about the same height, as it's more as like they don't care
Oh,
at the moment. Like there hasn't been anything to panic them.
okay. Is this just a one floor building, or is there an
There's
elevator that I
definitely an
can see?
elevator all the
Or
way at the other end of the room. There's a
okay,
receptionist area that has what looks like two different creatures. There's one that's a Cybertronian at a big desk, and then there's one about an alien around your height on a desk on top of that desk.
do I know that these aliens know the difference between the insignias, or will I
Go ahead
have
and roll
to?
me a wisdom check.
Ah, 7.
To you, since you're such a fresh recruit, you're not sure how widely known the Cybertronian Civil War has been broadcast among the stars.
I'm gonna risk it and talk to the alien
Okay.
secretary, and try to blend in like that. I'm looking for this red canister
Okay.
stuff.
So you're able to climb onto the desk, which is on a desk, because it's on like a big desk that a Cybertronian has, and then there's a little desk on there for the alien, and there's like a little escalator that takes you to the top to get you there. And so you sit down in front, and what do you ask?
Hello.
This purple creature with like small little spikes around the cheek area and some darker purple blemishes throughout their skin turns to you like, do you have an appointment here?
Well, yes. I work here, and I seem to have had a mishap with one of the projects, and kind of bonked my head enough to have a little bit of a short-term memory loss.
Go ahead and roll sneak since you're a lying liar.
11? No.
They don't, actually. They're also a new hiree.
Sweet.
So they go, oh, like, okay, do you remember where you were stationed at? What floor? What division?
I can only tell you that I remember this red canister, and I was working on it, and it's lights out. That's all I can tell
I
you.
don't know anything about red canisters, but that does sound like something the third floor, I think it is. Is it the third floor? No, it's the fourth floor. Anyway, I can take you there, and we can go floor by floor if that helps you remember.
Um, I'll just go up there myself and try to see if I can remember myself, because we're very cautious about the amount of people we let in.
Do you have your badge then?
I seem to have lost my badge. Do you have a temporary badge?
We have a guest badge, but it won't let you in to the fourth floor.
Okay. Hmm. Well, are you sure? You said it was third or fourth floor, right?
Correct.
Will that guest badge take me to the third floor?
It'll take you to the third floor, just not the fourth floor.
Let's go. I'll use it to get to the
Okay.
third floor.
So the alien lady hands you the temporary badge and tells you that you need to bring it back by the end of the day, and then to make sure you file a report to get a new one.
Yes, I'll definitely do that.
With that, you start heading towards the back elevators, and we'll go ahead and switch to Eight Wheeler, who is currently outside the facility. What are you doing? Guards just came out with a stretcher, and I believe you're still currently in your alt mode.
Yes. So I headed back towards where my friend was stuck in the stasis lock, and I hide around the corner so they don't notice me. And I would like to kind of shoot my cannon into the area to create a commotion, and then I would like to shoot myself on the side with my ice pistol. That way, I can get access to be inside of the facility.
I see. Okay, yeah. So let's go ahead and roll a. Ooh, what would that be? Because you want to make it so it's kind of like deceiving a scene,
Yeah.
or you can be persuasive with a charisma. I'll leave that up to you. And then if it's 13 or higher, go ahead and explain the scenario. If it's not, I'll tell you what happens.
Okay. I'm gonna use the since it's higher. That's 14. Okay. So I prepare my fusion cannon and I shoot it towards like around the corner to create a big explosion.
Like behind a rock?
And throw them off. Yeah, kind of behind of a rock. That way they don't see me doing it. And then after that, I'm gonna take my ice pistol and shoot me on the kind of like where my joints are between my hips and my legs. See if I can kind of freeze it. And then after that, I'll start crawling towards them and start saying, "We were ambushed. They're I don't know what's going on over there, but they started shooting and they didn't even care what we were trying to say and who we were, and they you need to help my friend. I think he might be dead." I just continue crawling towards them, and I'm like, I need medical attention. They hit me right here in the hip.
Okay. So since you're at point blank range, go ahead and roll me that ice gun damage.
Okay. Yeah, 2.
Okay. So go ahead and take 2 damage, and one of your knee joints is slightly frozen. So you start doing the panic, and the guards start rushing because they heard a commotion, and they start saying, "Oh my gosh,
Are you alright? Where's your friend?
He's back there. They just shot us. A big explosion happened. There was a lot of smoke. I couldn't see. Hopefully he's safe. I'm just losing a lot of energon here. Please take me inside."
Okay, get on the stretcher and don't move. It looks like the ice has frozen the wound, so you're not losing that much energon. We just need to focus on keeping calm. Can you do that with me? Keeping calm?
Yeah. And I kind of start focusing on trying to stay calm.
Okay. So they start. One guard's kind of like watching their 6 as the other one's pushing the hover stretcher back into the facility. And as it enters the facility, you kind of take a look around. Go ahead and roll perception.
Natural 20 again, 21.
You see everything Zephyr saw. Like it has bots in there that look like they perform some sort of science duties or medical duties. There's aliens of varying sizes. Um, there's a desk with an Autobot at the service desk, and that desk has a littler desk where there's a smaller alien that looks like they're also part of the service. You also catch a glimpse of Zephyr stepping into an elevator, and then the door closes. So now we're gonna switch back to you, Zephyr.
Okay.
What floor are you going to first? You see on the dial there's floors 1 through 8.
Well, the batch can only take me as high as 3, so I'm gonna try to hit up 3.
Okay, so you get to the 3rd floor, and the thing goes ding. This floor doesn't seem as busy as the first one, but you'll also notice that there are mostly aliens on this floor. There's one maybe Cybertronian medical chief officer, but the rest of them are aliens, and they look like they're specifically doctors and medical professors that are focusing on organic life forms.
Can I by any chance peek into the room to see if I can see the right canister on this
Yeah,
floor?
you'll have to step out of the elevator.
I will step out.
Step out off of the elevator. That's a sentence. Go and
Yeah.
roll me a perception, as most of the characters are around your side, so they might block your view if you're not too perceptive.
12.
So with that 12, you can't quite see if there's a red canister in this room. You see lots of oxygen tanks that look like they're hooked up to patients or something. There's some other containers, but they look like they're carrying food of some kind, probably water or some sort of soda beverage. Nothing that resembles the red canister that was shown to you via holograph on the ship, or mentioned even, that you can see.
Okay, and I only saw one Cybertronian.
Yeah.
Do I see any ventilations that I could possibly fit into?
Not with that roll.
I'm going to, I guess, try to find a very hidden corner as I can to try to climb up onto something because I'm really short, maybe like a shelf or something, to get like a bird's eye view if I can see any vents that I can crawl into that can possibly take me out.
Okay. So the nearest shelf that you see looks like some sort of like filing cabinet on the far left of you. You head that way and you begin climbing, and one of the aliens take notice of this, and they kind of come up to you and be like, can I help you with something?
Why, yes, I seem to have lost my memory, and I could have swore the last thing I remember seeing was this red canister, and I need to get back to my work.
Oh, okay. So if you've lost your memory, that's a what species are you? Are you Cybertronian?
Do I look Cybertronian to you?
Well, I'm just asking, okay? Um, Cybertronian specialties will be on the second floor, and they can help you with your memory problem if you're having issues.
Well, I'm not here for my memory issues. I'm here to get back to my work. I need to go get to this canister. It's highly important.
Sir, I don't know what canister you're talking about, but we need to take you to the second floor. Come with me, please.
Fine.
So you start heading to the second floor. You get back into the elevator. It the door shuts, and we'll flip back to Eight Wheeler, who entered the facility on a hover stretcher. As you're inside the first floor, they begin to assess your energon levels, assess the damage. They get you into another elevator, one to the left of the elevator Zephyr took, and they take you to the second floor. On the second floor, they take you into your own room. They're not really walled off, they're more curtained. And as you come out of the elevator, you see Zephyr come out of the other elevator, and they set you up into your own curtain room. And the doctors are taking notice of the damage and stuff and asking if you don't mind giving up your weapons while they get ready to perform a small energon transfer.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, go ahead and put them on this table.
Set them down.
Thank you. And then they both leave. And then at this point, Zephyr, you also notice Eight Wheeler in one of the curtained rooms. The alien that's escorting you, though, takes you to the room to the left of it, like just next to it, and asks you to sit on the table.
Okay. Is this does this man by any chance have a card that I could possibly steal to take the elevator up to the fourth floor?
It looks like they slipped it into their pocket quickly, or you just didn't notice it. But you did see one of the guards that came out of Eight Wheeler's room have badges.
Okay. I kind of abide until this guy kind of shoos away, and then I try to inconspicuously try to steal that badge from the guard.
Okay. So they leave you on a chair, and they'll say they'll be right back. And so they leave, and so as you're peeking out the curtain, you see the two guards over there talking to the medical professors, and you notice what's different on this floor is there's more Cybertronians than there are aliens. Like there's maybe like 1, 2, 3 tops walk by, but the majority of them are Cybertronians. You also take notice that like there's no one your size either.
Okay. Let's see here. If they're distracted right now talking to the medical doctors, I'm going to try to do like I'm going to try to sneak between from curtain to curtain room um, until I get into an advantage where I can get at least behind the one of them to yank the card.
Okay, so it looks like they're in front of Eight Wheeler's curtain room, so not that far of a journey.
Oh, right there, right next to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to shoot my shot here.
Okay. As Zephyr's getting ready to do that, Eight Wheeler, you notice that he's up to something, and you're not sure what it is.
Okay. Do I notice him coming towards us? With me in
Yes.
the okay. So I would just like to kind of make a scene and start like, I think I'm dying. I'm going offline. Please hurry. And keep them occupied as Zephyr does whatever he's gonna do.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a charisma.
16.
Okay. So you kind of make a scene, right? And this gathers one of their attentions, and they kind of pop in, and they're like, "What's wrong?
What's happening here?
Oh, it hurts, and I feel myself going. Please hurry.
Okay, let me check your vitals real quick.
And they go and they stand by the monitor station, which has like your spark pulse, it has your energon levels, and their backs kind of turned with a badge hanging by their waist. The tables that you are on, or the chairs that you're laying in, is a hover chair, enough space between the ground and the bed itself that someone Zephyr size could possibly fit underneath.
I do it.
All right,
I do it.
go ahead and roll.
24.
Nice.
Nice. So you kind of really stealthily walk under there, unclip the badge, and kind of hide under there until they leave. Now the doctor turns to you and be like,
It doesn't look like your levels are spiking in any way of discomfort, but I can get you some dampeners to help remove some of the pain. Is that something you would like?
Oh, I think it's much better now. Whatever you did, doctor, is feeling way better. Thank you.
Okay, well, the doctor will be in shortly for your leg.
Okay.
and they leave the curtain area and they kind of shut it behind themselves.
Thank you.
What are you guys doing now? You're alone.
Try to get back on that elevator to go to the 4th floor.
You're just gonna leave him behind and not tell him what's up?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. I was gonna try to like peek over and kind of ask him how's it going with the locating the canister.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Hey Zephyr, have you had any chance to locate the canister?
Rumor has it it's on the 4th floor, and right now I only had a batch that could take me to the 3rd one, and then this thing brings me down here to the 2nd floor.
Okay.
So I gotta go back up to the 4th floor.
Okay. I'll probably catch up to you once they finish up here with me.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, if you need any help, just do a signal.
I most definitely don't need your help.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Hey, 8. It looks like uh I grabbed this badge from the guard there, and I'm gonna need you to make sure to send him off to a different floor other than the 4th floor. Can you do that for me?
will do.
Say you saw me going to the bottom floor.
Okay, Roger. I'll let them know.
Oh,
I got
boy.
you. I got you covered, little buddy.
I'm not your little buddy.
Sorry, didn't really mean anything about it, but sure. Yes.
Oh,
Let's get this done and get out of here.
stop talking.
Yeah.
I leap to the elevator.
All right, go ahead and roll that sneak to the elevator, bud.
24.
Oh my god, the rolls.
Rigged. You make it into the elevator unseen.
Dude.
No one sees you at all. All they hear is the elevator go ding, and they're kind of a little curious why it did that when the doors didn't do anything, because they only saw it after it shut, and then they kind of mind their own business. We'll go ahead and go with you first. So you make it to the 4th floor. On this floor is a very opened area with giant clear cylinders filled with different colored liquids on the walls. Between them are tables with different tools and data pads on them. Go ahead and roll me a perception real quick to see how much more, because these are kind of hard to miss, but let's see what else you see.
Yeah. Oh, 15.
Okay. So you also notice at each corner of this square room are some boxes. Now the far right side has some wooden boxes, which at first glance look slightly burnt. On the left side are some metallic boxes that appear to be rusty on some corners. Between these two corners, though, towards the center, one would say, is a pedestal holding a red cylinder object with some sort of grip locks holding it in place. There are only 2 other life forms on this floor with you that are purple aliens, and they're around your height. And they see you come out of the elevator and they just freeze in place.
Give it to me.
You're not supposed to be here.
I most certainly am.
Bob, hit the alarm.
I go after Bob.
You go after Bob. So Bob begins going to the far right wall. Roll me a athletics check to see how quickly you are. What are you doing to Bob? Are you chasing him? Are you
Enough to prevent him from hitting the button, no matter what I need to do. In this case,
so killing him?
possibly.
Maybe?
Well, I'm gonna trip him first, so I can get that advantage roll before I go into combat. 16.
Okay. Let's see if they are able to dodge your tripping. 12. So you are successfully tripping Bob. He kind of falls and makes a thud, and he goes, ugh! And the other one kind of looks at you like,
Please don't hurt me. Why are you
I
here?
want that canister,
What canister?
the one on the pedestal.
No, you can't have that. We need that.
You're not up for. You're in no position to negotiate.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, cool guy.
I step on Bob's head.
in what way?
Enough to cause a audible discomfort to the other man, to make sure that he knows I want the canister.
So when you mean audible discomfort, please describe more. Okay, so torture.
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 Yeah,
Got it.
let's just say it, torture him, because
You step on Bob's head. He has a little bit of this dark blue blood come out one side of his face where your sharp metal feet make contact to his skull, and he screams out in pain. Ah!
Okay. You can have it. Just let us leave, please.
That sounds like a formidable deal. However, you are not to touch the alarm. Do I make myself clear?
Fair. Can we be in the elevator first?
The elevator. No. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna give me that canister. The red canister sitting right there on the pedal.
We need that. It's not done.
I squish Bob's head some more.
Okay. You can have it. You can have it. It's over there.
He points to the center of the room.
Do I look like an idiot?
You need a specific key card to open it. Only like Cybertronian badges open them.
So the one I have possibly opens it?
Yes.
Okay. I try it with my key badge, but before I do, I kill Bob.
Oh my god, how are you doing that?
Squishing his head some more.
All right, we're going full on Decepticon here. So I guess roll me a strength.
Oh no. Does this count as a combat roll?
Yes.
2.
So you're trying to squish his head, but these alien creatures seem to have a thicker skull than you anticipated. It doesn't go so
Whatever.
well. Bob does scream out in pain.
I run over and unlock it with the
Yeah, you
key
get
card.
sick and tired of it, and you run over and unlock the canister. And as you're unlocking it, the other
My ego just tanked because I couldn't squish his head.
The other alien runs over and helps Bob up off the ground. As you lift the canister off the locks that just disengaged when you ran the badge across the indicator, a hissing noise begins to activate and an alarm starts going off throughout the hospital. And it's at this point we'll flip to Eight Wheeler, who's sitting in the bed. And this hasn't happened yet. We'll pick up right as Zephyr got in the elevator. So one of the medical bots comes into your room and says,
Okay, so it looks like you have a minor cut on one of your energon tubes in your knee. We can have you in and out here very quickly.
Sounds good, doctor.
all they do is put like a Cybertronian patch on your knee and they kind of weld it together. And that should be it.
Feel so much better.
Go ahead and try to leave some of the weight off on that. Try not to turn into your alt mode too much in the next couple days, but you should be fine.
At that same moment, another medical bot comes into the room and says, the other one's gone, the little one. Has anyone seen where he's gone?
Little one? What are you talking about?
There was a little bot. It's like the size of a minicon. Has anyone seen him?
No. No.
At that point, the alarms start going off.
What is going on, doctor?
We need to evacuate immediately.
Oh, well, good thing you just gave me this patch.
Yes, let's start making our way to the elevators.
Okay. Let me see if I got enough strength, and I kind of get up and try to test the patch. As I test it, I want to kind of trip over and kind of lean on him. Like, I think I'm still don't have enough strength. Can I lean on you, and can you help me get downstairs?
Of course. Here, get in this wheelchair that we have for you.
Oh, thank you. And I sit on it. I
Okay.
want to try to pickpocket his card
Roll me a sneak.
as I leaned on it. Well, sneak it -2. Why am I doing that? Okay, 0.
Hey, excuse me? Did you just try to grab my badge?
Oh no, I just tripped in my hand. That's where my hand went.
I just watched you grab the badge and it snapped back into where it was.
Doctor, I just tripped, and it just got caught in my hand. I didn't really
Who
try to
are
take
you?
it.
Why are you here?
I got shot, and that's why I'm here. This is a medical facility, right?
Did you really get shot?
I did get shot. You know what's happening out there? There's a war. Okay, and it's coming here soon. And
This is a neutral zone.
no, they shot me out there. I heard a big explosion. They killed one of my friends. Okay, they're coming. They don't care who they kill.
That doesn't make any sense. We need to get out of here, and you're not allowed back in this facility once we're out.
You're kicking me out?
Yeah?
Who gives you that authority?
Me?
You're just a doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not the manager of the facility.
You don't need the manager.
I don't, huh?
Yep. And as he's telling you this, he's pushing you in your and it looks like it's just you, this medical bot, and one other staff member in this elevator.
Okay.
As soon as we get on the first floor, you're out.
Okay. Well, let's make sure we get to the first floor. And I wanna use my ice pistol and shoot them both in the head.
Wow.
Yeah, you can have the first surprise attack. So we're just murder McGee up in this. shenanigans.
Hey, I'm
Um,
trying to freeze them, okay?
So this will be unsuspecting. And also, how did you get your weapons back?
Well, I grabbed them as I was getting up from the bed when the alarm went off.
Okay, fair enough.
They were next to me, right?
Yes,
So yeah, I grab them.
perfectly securely next to you.
Yeah,
All right, so go ahead and roll to hit.
that's a natural 20.
Okay, roll damage.
Wow. Okay. And then I also get a plus D4 for the ice damage.
Do they have to roll anything to protect against that?
Yes, you would have to do a dexterity saving throw, and if you get 15 or less, you suffer ice damage,
Okay.
and you're frozen.
Roll me ice damage.
So for wow, so for the original attack, it's 3 because I have the D6 from the
Yeah.
pistol and then the extra D4 for the weapons master. And
Mhm.
so since you failed, now I get to add you the D4 for the ice damage. And if it's another one, it's gonna be 1, 4. It's another one.
Nice. So the medical officer that rolled you in there, you shot him with your ice pistol, and they froze in place. This startles the other bot in this room. So go ahead and roll me an initiative, and they'll roll their initiative, and we'll see who makes it out of this.
Okay. 10.
Okay, you go first.
Perfect.
Bot looks shocked and is like very scared and confused at what just happened.
Before I shoot him, before whatever I'm gonna do, I wanna talk to him and say, okay, all I need is your badge. Free to go. You can take your friend here. He's just frozen. He'll thaw out in a while. Uh, is that agreeable, or or do you wanna take a shot like he did?
Yes, yes, yes. Don't kill us, please, please, please. Don't kill us.
Okay, give me your badge.
Here you go.
Yeah, take it. Put him in the wheelchair.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna send you downstairs, and you're not gonna say anything. And if you do, I will fine you. Okay,
Of course, of course.
good. I hit the elevator and I go up to the 4th floor.
Okay.
So I use the card to swipe it, and hit to the 4th floor, and then when I get up there, I'll hit the 1st floor and send them down.
Okay. So they go down, and your first scene in this room is there's a purple alien on the floor with a little bit of blood on their face. Uh, it is blue blood, and their friend is trying to help them up, and you see Zephyr all the way on the other side of the room holding the red canister, and the alarms are currently still going off.
Okay, I see everything's going according to plan. Ready to get out of here?
We need to leave. Do me a favor.
The alien that's not unconscious goes like,
What plan? Is this a heist?
Hush.
Don't hush me. I'm a doctor.
He said hush.
8. Shoot him.
Do we have to?
Shoot me?
They know too much.
No, too much.
I'll freeze him.
He's off. He's just annoying me. Just.
Okay. I'll shoot him with my ice gun. Try to make him shut up.
roll the hit.
That's a 12.
Yep. Roll damage. Toll 6. Okay. So you're a big guy. These are little dudes. Your bullet goes straight through them and kills them instantly.
Very nice.
Blue blood explodes all over on the floor. His buddy, who's somewhat unconscious on the floor already, is now almost swimming in his buddy's blood.
I did not mean to do that.
There's no time to think. We need to get out of here. I have the canister. Mission accomplished. All in my name.
Yeah, it's all by yourself.
The siren continues to wail. An extra pair of doors come out of nowhere by the elevators and shut. Over the intercoms, you hear,
The authorities have been notified and will arrive shortly. All staff members, please exit the building.
Grab their lab coats. Wait, you can't fit in this.
Cannot, but you
I'll
can.
grab the lab coat. I'll grab the lab coat.
You grab the blue stained lab coat that's on the unconscious alien
But we have
body.
another one, right? Bob.
Um,
Bob's still.
Bob's the unconscious one.
Oh.
The other guy, you kind of tore a hole
Oh,
through him.
You rip him in half with your gun.
Yeah, I guess you could try to fit that one. It's only gonna fit on like your hand. Um, Go ahead and roll me a perception though, Eight Wheeler, as Zephyr is putting on a blue stained lab coat.
That's a 4.
Yeah, it's not gonna do
Yeah.
it.
That optics just throws you off your game.
Perfect. But you do see everything Zephyr saw when he first came in. He saw the wooden box in one corner, a rustic metallic box. There's a pair of windows on this floor, and that's pretty much it.
Say windows?
Yeah.
All right. So here, I have 2 plans for you. You can either pick up those 2 boxes over there, carry them, cover your insignia, even though you're just a bounty hunter. But make sure you look important, or you can go out the window.
I'll go with the boxes. Make it more discreet.
Attaboy.
Don't attaboy me. I've seen more fighting than
Grab
you
the
ever
box.
have.
Doubt that.
So you pick up the boxes, and your plan is to go to the elevator, which currently have a extra pair of doors that look like they've locked.
It's like
Looks like we're gonna have to go with Plan B.
through the window.
Throw the metal one out. Hopefully, it hits
Okay.
somebody on the fall.
A little bit alarming, but okay. And I like to throw the box out the window.
You throw the box through the window. It makes a glass shattering noise as it drops. It doesn't drop quickly because we're on a small moon, but gravity does take its toll and brings it down. It makes a subtle boop as it hits the ground. You look out, and there's several people and bots scattering away from the building. But you also notice what looks like a unit of 6 Autobots breaching the first floor
Hmm.
with heavy artillery.
It's like we have company.
We really, really don't want to look at those or be seen by those guys.
No, we do not. Let's just wait for them to get inside the building, and then we can jump out and make a
All right,
rendezvous with the
you're
ship.
gonna have to be the eyes here. I'm a bit restricted.
Okay.
As you're watching out the window, you notice the Hydra assault carrier is just barely in view. A little farther than where it dropped you off, but not far enough that if you were to jump out the window, you could probably make a run for it.
Okay. Hey Zephyr, do you mind if I transform? Would you mind hiding inside of me?
Excuse me.
I'm thinking of jumping out in my alt mode, and you can be inside. That way we can get to the ship faster. It's not too far. I think we can make it.
Just this once, and we never speak of this.
We shall not. I would like to transform to my all-terrain vehicle,
Okay.
and I open the back doors to where the extra
Cargo.
seats are. Yeah, kind of like where the cargo area would be. So Zephyr can jump in with the canister. And then once he's in with the canister and everything's secured, I would like to kind of back up as much as I can and then make a run for it towards the window.
Catch up a little bit of speed. Okay.
Yeah, catch up a little bit of speed and then go through the windows and hopefully can make the run for.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me your athletics for this one.
That's a 2.
So you go full throttle out the window, gliding, and you misunderstood how light the box was that you threw out the window compared to how heavy you are. And you kind of just go cartoonishly straight down.
Oh shit.
You bounce a little bit and you take You take 4 damage.
Scrap. Okay.
It makes a loud thud. Enough thud that 2 of the Autobots that were breaching the first floor turn around and make eye contact with Zephyr in the back seat.
Oh no.
We need to get the frack out of here.
And so they begin the chase. Roll me a athletics.
Athletics, I think it was the same.
Don't fail again. Don't fail.
It's an 18.
Okay. So, yeah, you were a little rusty. You blame the first mishap on your knee, and you feel kind of silly about shooting yourself in the knee earlier. But now that you got your second wind, you haul tailpipe out of there straight into the Hydra assault carrier on the other side of the range. As you outrun these 2 guards, you see the side panel of the spacecraft open up and a ramp shoots down, and you drive straight up into it, and the ship begins to take off. Tremor turns to you guys and says,
Great. Glad you guys have what it takes. You ready for your next mission?
We are.
Yes.
It appears our benefactors have been watching and wired more Shaniks, so we'll be able to keep you around a little bit longer, Eight Wheeler.
Sounds good. As long as there's Shaniks, I'll be sticking around.
How much are they paying you?
That's for me to know, and me only.
He wires the Shannock straight to you, Eight Wheeler, and you can choose to share this information if you want. But you earned 50 Shannocks from the latest mission, and in the same message it says there will be more after the next mission is completed. Zephyr, you get 40 Shannocks wired to you and says, keep up the good work.
I deserve the MVP of the night.
The MVP? I shot myself to get in there.
Is that what your MVP wants to be? It's like the little Overwatch thing where it says play of the game.
Yeah, the
It
game.
shows you shooting the
Player of the game. And it's Bastion.
It's always Bastion.
Oh. Inside the carrier, in the middle is a table projecting a hollow image. This image shows another cylinder. But unlike the one you just retrieved, this one appears to have a clear center showing off its contents. Inside is a swishing silver liquid bubbling thing moving inside. It's kind of like mercury, the element that is. Tremor shuts the side doors and turns around and points to the hollow object.
This is the next mission. You are to locate and see if this exists on this specific planet.
And he clicks a button on his wrist, and the current hollow image fades and changes into a lush green planet with oceans not quite as massive as I would compare it to Earth, but maybe covers maybe like 20% of the surface area, so like flipped, right? And satellite images pop up all around this planet showing pictures of like areas on this surface world. It shows tall skyscrapers, flying cars, more purple aliens walking in the parks, and it looks like that's main inhabitants on this one. Like there's the occasional like green alien or orange alien, but it's mostly purple aliens. There's spaceships, like they're somewhat an advanced species, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Tremor looks up.
This is the planet Antilla. Our benefactor wants a very rare resource that cannot be found anywhere else. As soon as you find this object, you are to send us your coordinates, and we will send you a transmission on where we will rendezvous. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, Zep.
What are these canisters for?
That is for a top secret project.
And as he tells you that, he puts his hand out, and
Maybe you and I can strike a bargain on information.
I cannot tell you which. I do not know.
You're kidding.
I am merely a commander of this vessel.
I give him the canister like I was.
Wait, what happened to Emberfang?
We lost him.
Let's
was in
just
it.
say he didn't make the cut.
He was an unstable asset. He was taken out as soon as the mission started.
Well, if the stories were true, he probably went out in a blaze of glory.
Absolutely. Here's the
Yeah.
canister.
He grabs the canister from you.
He went out like
Say, how much are we getting paid for this mission?
4 times as much.
Like it. Hey, it's better than what we started with.
That's not a lot.
This make pretend money is not enough money for me.
What frequency will we be using to contact you?
You'll know it when it happens. I'll contact you. Be there in 3 days' time.
Okay, sounds good.